What's good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the new keys and hot comics of the week. Be back in 30 seconds. What's good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the new keys and hot comics of the week, episode number 59. And today's special guest, Mark SPARACIO.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
I like that.
Again. Oh my god. I heard like a double thing in there. Okay, anyway. Thank you for joining the new keys and hot comics of the week, everybody. Oh, we lost Green Shirt Guy. Oh no. So we figured it out. Green Shirt Guy. Welcome to the new keys and hot comics.
Hey, Sam, what is up with your mic?
What do you mean? Everybody
You don't sound right at all.
I don't sound what?
You don't sound right. You sound like far away.
How does everybody else hear me?
Like far away. Yeah, it's
Far away?
yeah.
Huh.
Like that, like kind of yesterday. I thought it was like
Wow. That's interesting.
Go to your settings, go to audio, and make sure it's on the correct microphone.
Sure it is. Check. Yeah. What about now?
there you go.
There we go.
Yeah. Better?
Yeah, sounds better.
All right.
Now
Sorry.
it sounds better again.
Welcome to the new keys and hot comics of the week, everybody. Let me let Green Shirt Guy in here. It might be Joe. It could be Joe. You don't know.
Sam, you are breaking
Why do you
up.
sound like you're
You
in a
are
fishbowl?
breaking up.
You sound like you're in a fishbowl
You sound like I'm in a fishbowl.
Yes.
with the
What about now?
with the cap on top of it.
What about now?
Better.
All right.
We got this special guest, and this is what you do, Sam.
Why I fix my stuff.
Wait, how do I sound? I'm the important one here.
You sound fabulous.
Yeah, you sound good.
Well, thank you. All right, I'll take over for Sam right now. Hey, gang, how's
There you
everybody
go.
doing out there?
All right, thank you.
Now, can we see how many people have joined us?
9 people have joined us in total.
All right, so far, good. Let's get that number up. Hey, guys at home, the 9 of you who are watching us right now, contact your friends and let them know that we're on, and we're going to have a great time here. They don't want to miss this because who knows what's going to happen. I've already been warned by the FCC.
I love FCC warnings. They're the best.
Yeah. So,
Hey, 23 months, just saying hello.
hey, there's Cliff live.
All right.
I like him better than just his picture. It looks good.
Yeah.
Looks
So now
good.
that I was able to
Looking
like
good.
scarf my dinner down.
Eh, that's okay. Everybody has to do that every now and then. That's okay. We're ready to rock and roll.
Larry Jackson, what's up?
Larry. Oh, Ryan Riley. What's up?
Here we go. They're starting to pop in. Hey, guys.
They like us. They really like us. Christian. My goodness.
Wow.
Extra everything.
What did I say earlier in the week? It's the SPARACIO effect. Look at all these people we got.
Yep, yep.
Oh, Christian can
It's
say
a good
he's
thing
one of
we're
my
delayed
students.
today because everybody gets a chance to come in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eric Martinez, what's up? Also one of our regulars.
All right. Hey, Eric. I see Christian is here. He's one of my students, so that's cool.
That's wonderful. Plus,
Yeah.
we're happy to have him.
Yes. I guess I'll take over because Sam is gone now. So, hey, everybody. Yeah. Let's see. So, what do we got? Like 4 people? Come on. Who's 23 Munch?
He's another friend and
Oh,
follower.
he's a
Very
Um,
nice. Cool.
yeah, he's a
He's a
regular.
regular.
He's a
Good.
regular.
We like regulars. Luciano
Luciano.
Cortez. He's another one of my students. Hey, Luciano. Uh-oh.
I told you, it's the Mark
Who's
Sparacy.
Troll 1367?
Someone who I hope does not live up to their name.
Oh.
Testing. 1,
Oh.
2.
Oh.
Testing.
Much
Sounds
better,
a little
Sam.
better.
That's
Never buy anything off of Temu.
Oh my God, that's it.
I could have told you that
I
already.
could have warned you, dude. I mean, the
That
device
was-
It
is
worked so
cute.
good the first time, remember?
It always starts off good,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
you suffer afterwards.
It's the
like, yeah,
Have you ever heard
yesterday's
First Taste is
podcast was
free?
tough.
Yeah, I was like,
I never
oh
heard
my
of a
God.
Temu.
Oh, it's Rashard. All right. Very nice.
Ah, hey, Richard. Richard's another one of my students. Okay, so
I love that your students are showing up. This
You
is
ready?
beautiful.
Christian, Luciano, and Richard all work on the comic books with me. They're
Nice.
Richard and Luciano are coloring the books. Christian helped me. Well, actually, all 3 of them helped me with rendering the pages like this. Can you guys see that? I don't know
Yeah.
how well the lighting is.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, we'll
Hold on, I'll get you up there.
All right, cool.
I'll get you up there.
I don't know how good the lighting is, so that's the only question.
I was gonna say hold still till we have you in position.
I got it. Holding as still as I can.
Right on.
There you go.
There you go.
Is that digital or is that
No,
all
it's
ink?
all pencil. Look,
Oh, is
all this
that right? Okay, I was gonna say because
right
Oh,
here.
you know what's really funny?
Soft. I was trying to figure
So,
out how
like,
to get it.
So Ronaldo, you've run into Mark, but I have stood and had conversations with Mark while he's doing pieces, and the shading is insane. Like, it goes on forever.
So yeah, okay. So Richard is digitally painting Bombshell and Tom Tom. He's doing the interiors. He's coloring over the pencils. And Luciano is doing the, hey, Larry Jackson just popped on. Hey, Larry. Luciano is digitally painting the interiors for Witchhammer. All right. And all 3 of those students have been helping me with other aspects of the book, rendering shadows and stuff like that. So it's great to see them on. Yes, I write the books. I see Larry just asked a question. Yes, Larry, I write the books and I do the illustrations. I'm doing the interior sequential pencils and the painted covers. So yeah, that's all me. Let me open up the book. Luciano, I'm sorry I don't have a Witchhammer. They're coming out this Wednesday, but you can see some of the cool coloring that Richard is doing. Oh, sorry again.
Don't worry about the light. We got it.
Okay,
Nice.
cool. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, that's very nice.
So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Thanks for getting. There we go. Oh, a little glare there. Sorry. So yeah, so they're helping out. We're having fun doing this.
Thank you, Trev.
Hey, look, Alterniverse Comics. I think I've heard of them.
Sometimes, yes.
Trev, the shipping guru, just dropped in. Canadian Survivalist just dropped in. So that's cool. Thanks, guys. So, Sam, go ahead. This is your show. You guys.
No, it's fine. You did great holding off until I fix my my Temu situation. Jeez.
I
That little white box that you just bought that did all the effects, like that was it.
Oh my
I never
God.
even heard of Timu.
You
You
never
know what,
shop like
Mark?
a billionaire?
It's
There's
for the
how
best.
out of touch I am.
All right. All right. Let's do the things that we usually do, and then we get into the show. Cliff, you're up.
Hudson Valley Community Services, providing a better quality of life. Hudson Valley Community Services has food pantries in Hawthorne, New York, and Mount Vernon, and Spring Valley, and Kingston, and Newburgh, and Poughkeepsie, and Monticello, covering Ulster, Orange, Dutchess, and Sullivan counties. You can go directly to their website, hudsonvalleycs.org, and make a donation, or you can buy tickets for Most Important Meal, which I co-chair, October 22nd. Attend the event, get a nice meal, and bid on fabulous prizes. Please go to hudsonvalleycs.org and help out.
Excellent. Next up, Young at Heart Foundation. Shout out to Mike. He runs a great organization over there. You can go over there and get a hope kit, find out about some transplant stories, upcoming events, some news, support the community. You can reach out to Mike at 323-396-9998 or info@youngatheartfoundation.com. Sponsor a hope kit. They do a lot of great things for the kids over there that are involved in transplants. So get in touch with Mike. And then next up, Alternaverse. Oh, you can't see the secret chat. Alternaverse Comics out in Hyde Park. This is our comic shop. This is where we do all our filming and we get all our comics and all that. Shout out to Anthony. The address is 870 Violet Avenue in Hyde Park, New York. You can give him a call at 845-233-4234 or email him at alternaverse2@aol.com. And the website is alternaverse.net, where you can get your comics, cards, and toys. They offer the Hudson Valley's best selection. And of course, you guys have already met him, our special guest here. This chat, I'm talking with toy games here. Mark SPARACIO is our special guest. He helped out in the beginning. www.americanmythology.net. We have that in the comments. It's one of the first comments. You go there and you can get some of his books. But you know what, Mark? I'm sorry to put a pause in it, but we have 16 people in the chat. So, Cliff, are we ready to do a hashtag? Let me explain to them what a hashtag is.
We can be ready to do a hashtag.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Let me
here.
explain to them what we're doing while Cliff is getting ready to do that. We do every week a hashtag contest where you put in the hashtag that we put up on the screen in the comments, and then at the end of the show, we do another one, and you can win ducks. When you win the ducks, you get entered into a contest at the end of the month where you can win some good prizes. And this month's giveaway, I just want to put this up here for right now. I'll show you the books that we're giving away this month. I got The Grifter and Midnighter 1 through 6. So there's, come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 3 out of order. 2, might go in the wrong way, whatever. Anyway, we also have Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, issue number 120, the 25th anniversary issue. Cliff.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. I only meant
Please.
to do the thing.
All right. But anyway, we got that, and then we got a Star Wars issue number 1, special edition. So it's a nice little giveaway for this month. But anyway, the hashtag is, get it up there, Cliff. Get it up there.
I want to win this month.
What the heck? Why are?
Okay.
Hold
So
on.
you ready? My students know I suck with technology.
There we go.
There we
This
go.
is all my fault.
No.
Yeah.
All good. All right, you guys see hashtag SPARACIO in the section right there. Now it's time for you to put that in the comments. You put that in the comments below, and you get entered. And we're gonna have a little draw after we talk to Mark, and then we'll go into what we read in New Keys. So you got from now until the end of the time when we talk to Mark about what he's doing and everything. And
Mark, what was it that Billy Tucci used to call you? They
Oh,
call you SPARACIO?
no. I'm not telling you what he called me because I don't like it.
Oh, it was worse than that? It was
Yeah.
worse than I remember?
Yeah, he used to call me Sparky.
Oh, that's terrible.
It is. Wait. Okay, I just screwed something up here. See? Oh no, what just
Wow.
happened?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, you're there. You're
I
good.
know, I'm there. Okay, wait. I wanted to join the chat. Can I join the chat?
You sure can. When you
You-
go over at the bottom, it says post a comment.
Yeah, don't see that.
Are you under the comment section?
I told you I suck at this. Yeah, I'm in the comment section. It says comment. See, I want to take a shot at winning those comics. They look good.
Well, when you figure that out, you can put hashtag your last name in there, and then you'll be entered
Wait,
into
can I put hashtag
Well,
me?
and I'll say this too.
that. Hashtag me. I think we'll accept that with you. We'll
Tanya-
accept that.
I'll add to the pot too. Remember, Cliff, last month we talked about you.
Oh, they want me to connect my YouTube
wanted to
account
do a couple
to.
things. I will
Yes,
have
connect
a
your
Green Lantern
YouTube, it'll be
book on the
fine.
month.
Yes.
All right,
We pay good money for this service so that it doesn't ruin us.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's asking me for my email. Oh my God, I'm killing so much time doing this.
Mark, is Tanya Serpos one of your students?
Yes, Tanya's one of our students also.
Shout out to
Tanya.
Tanya.
So, Mark, I gotta tell you, like, Tom and Curseverse and Witchhammer.
Right.
Curseverse and Witchhammer look like they belong together, and then Tom like is like the Rocketeer invaded Ghost Rider.
I
Like,
kind of like that description. I'm going to use that.
was that like I mean, was that like the theme? Because like it, like Tom looks like high adventure and whimsical, right? And then like Curseverse and Witchhammer is like, we must fight devils and demons or die.
Right. Okay. So those books. Oh my God. Guess what? I'm not doing this.
Okay.
Can somebody enter because it keeps asking me for my password, and I'm putting my password in, and it's saying it's not the right password. So
It
of course,
wasn't
I'm
meant for you to
frustrated.
win, Mark. It wasn't
Hey,
meant
hey,
for you to win.
Tanya, do me a favor. Put in hashtag me, and the guys will
She
know.
already did it. She already did it.
She got one in there.
Oh, okay, great.
All right.
All right, so my partner, James Kahoric, he owns American Mythology Comics. Years ago, before he created American Mythology, and years, I'm talking 2007 and 2010, he pitched me these ideas. There's my New York coming out, ideas. Anyway, he pitched me the ideas for these. I did some art for them. We were going to pitch them to Moonstone Comics, which I'm sure a lot of your viewers are familiar with. Moonstone is owned by Joe Gentile, super nice guy. Did a lot of work for him in the day. We pitched them the ideas, but something happened. Hey, Bella Jade, how are you? I see Bella just popped in.
Nice.
So we pitched the ideas, but something happened with their distribution. So Joe couldn't publish the books. So we just let it go. And then a few years ago, Jim contacted me and said, hey, I'm doing American Mythology. We have a lot of licensed product books. They have like Three Stooges, Zorro, John Carter of Mars. They got some nice, he's got some nice stuff. But he wanted to do his own, creator-owned books. So he said, what do you think about relaunching Bombshell and Tom Tom? I want to do it in a universe that is pre-Superman. So basically like pulp characters. So he didn't want any superpowers, no superpowers at all. It could be science fiction oriented or occult. So I said, great, let's do it. I'm all for it. So I started, working on some Bombshell and Tom Tom art, waiting for Jim to get me the story, because he never fleshed out a script for Bombshell and Tom Tom or Witchhammer. So I was waiting. 2 weeks go by. I give him a call. I'm like, Jim, what's going on? We got a script. I'm ready to go. I'm dying to go on this. And he goes, I haven't had time. I'm kind of busy. And I said, I did Chelsea Dagger. Okay, Chelsea Dagger was my graphic novel. It was 132 pages. And Cliff, did you ever see that book?
I don't think
Chelsea
so.
Dagger?
Chelsea Dagger.
Yeah, no, you never did. I could tell by that reaction. Okay, so so I wrote it, I drew it, I did painted covers, and he knew about it, and he said, "You want to write this too?" And I said, "Yeah, if you don't have the time, I'm willing to get going on it." So he said, "Sure." So I started researching, and I was going through my files, and I came across Witchhammer, and I was like, "Oh shit! I bet you I can get this into that universe as well." And sure enough, a couple of weeks go by. I'm researching. I call Jim. I'm like, "Hey, Jim, I got this idea to do Witchhammer too." He goes, "Oh my God, Witchhammer! I hadn't even heard that name. Hadn't thought about it until you just brought it up." So that's how this all started. I started researching for both the books, and we decided to place the stories in 1938, right before World War II. Pre-Superman and right before World War II. So I'm having a ton of fun researching these books and incorporating a lot of stories that I've come across in my research. Some of the stuff that I came across is wild. So it's been interesting. So Cliff, yes, you're kind of right. Witchhammer is totally occult. Bombshell and Tom Tom is going to be total science fiction. And they are going to cross over. I got a big crossover event scheduled for issue 9 for both books. So far, issue 4 for both books are done. I should say 1 through 4 for Bombshell and Tom Tom are finished. Issues 1 through 4 for Witchhammer are finished. Starting on the art, that's this stuff right here for issue 5. For Bombshell and Tom Tom, and I've got all the scripts written for 5 through 8 for both series. And yeah, it's
so as we move up to issue 9, there's the vibe of a shared universe, and then 9 is this is it. This is the crossover. Your paths are meeting.
Absolutely, you got it right on the head, Cliff. And yeah, it's going to be a really big event. And what I'm going to do for issues 5 through 9 is I'm going to be doing double covers. And what I mean by that is, hold on, I'm going to get one for you. Sorry, guys, I should have had this planned a little better.
All good.
Okay, you ready? So what I'm going to do is, let's see if I can get.
We're getting behind the curtain, so it's awesome.
Oh yeah,
No,
doesn't that look great?
Oh, there you go.
All right,
there we go.
So I don't know how well you guys can see that.
we got a full shot.
Okay, but is there a big glare on it?
No, there
No,
not Thank
no,
you.
it looks great.
Okay, so
There's a
thank you.
beheaded demon.
No, it's good.
All right, so you ready? One side is the Bombshell and Tom Tom side, and the other side is Witchhammer. So what we're going to do is we're going to print them on the individual issues, and then when you buy both copies, you're going to put them together and get the full painting. So I'm going to do that for issues 5 through 9 for Witchhammer and Bombshell and Tom Tom. It's going to be like this, where it's a giant painting that buy both books, you get the story. The story is going to run through both books, and then you get the art.
Mark, what you have to do is you have to offer both issues as a 1 in 100 wraparound cover.
You know what? That's a great idea.
I know, I'm full of them. Thank you.
You are. That's a great idea.
So they're connecting covers, pretty much, right? They're connecting covers.
They're connecting covers, but then if you get the 1 in 100s, you've got virgin wrapparounds.
Yeah,
and it's 5 through 9, so it'll be like it's like 4 sets of covers, pretty much. So it'll be like
Thank
4.
Yeah, no, I like the idea, and I see Ryan Riley popped on. Thank you, Ryan. And I see Eric Martinez popped on.
Eric's a loyal member of that cast of our audience.
And there you
council.
go. He spotted the Tommy guns, and yeah, trust me, that's my weapon of choice in 1938 is a Tommy gun.
No, it's one of the first things that stood out to me, and I think as soon as Ronaldo was like, "Oh, I spoke to Mark. He'd love to be on the show." I'm like, "That's awesome!" And we looked at the website immediately, and I'm like, "What kind of crossover is happening?" I'm like,
So real quick, I would like a question from each of the council. I'll go first. What advice do you have to give to people that are trying to create new independent books in this new era?
That's a great question, Sam. And the answer to that is you guys can't give up. If you have an idea, you got to see it through because you never know where it'll take you. All right, so I studied under Will Eisner, and Will always, all you guys know who Will Eisner is, the Eisner Awards out in San Diego, the guy who basically created the graphic novel, The Spirit. Anyway, I was supposed to work for Will upon graduation. I'll talk about that another time or later in the show. But Will always used to tell us, hey, it's great for you guys to do your Marvel and DC work, but create your own characters, create your own stories, because you own them. When you work for Marvel or DC, it's work for hire. Anything you do for them, they own. Like a friend of mine who passed away, unfortunately, a few years back, Herb Trimpe, who I'm sure you guys know, created
one of the creators of Wolverine, though he does not get the credit, and I get very upset about that.
Yes. All right. Herb created Wolverine. He created the look. And one year he told me he got a Christmas ornament from Marvel as his royalty after those movies blew up on the screen. Yeah, it's it's
horrible.
It's one, but then you got other people like Jim Starlin, another guy, another friend who created, those three little characters that are running around in Guardians of the Galaxy, Drax, Gamora, and Thanos. Now, he created them when he was in college at the Philadelphia College of Art. And when he was a hot artist and Marvel and DC were fighting over him, Marvel asked him what it would take. And he said, I want to write and draw, books that have my characters in them, but I want to keep the rights to my characters. So he negotiated to keep the rights to his characters, and he scored, he banged. So what I say to any young artist who's, who wants to do this, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of, persistence, but ultimately it's very rewarding and very fulfilling. And I think everybody should take the chance, because if you don't, you just don't know what's going to happen and where it'll lead. So give it a shot.
Excellent.
Great question, Sam.
Thank you. Cliff, you're up.
Oh, it was such a great question. And now we got Cliff.
I know.
I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I'm
kidding. Go ahead, Cliff.
So, you used to do work as just an illustrator. You were doing advertising. So like, but you also studied under Will Eisner. So like, what part of you stayed connected to the realm of comic and comic book art all this time?
Another great question, Cliff. All kidding aside, that really was a great question. When I went to the School of Visual Arts, I went there specifically because Will Eisner was teaching. He only took juniors and seniors. I begged my way in as a sophomore and took him for 3 years. I became very friendly with Will. He offered me a job to hand paint his Spirit Sundays, and I gladly accepted. I was all set to work for him. I took the drive up to his house in Westchester. I lived on Long Island, and at the end of my 4th year, I was dual majoring. I was in sequential art with Will, and I was taking painting, illustration, with some great teachers at SVA, some great professionals. That was the great thing about SVA. They hired all professionals to be their teachers, not professors. So we were learning from industry pros, not people who theorized what it was like to be in the industry. So I did 4 paintings for my illustration class because I was told by my teacher, Marvin Madelson, a great painter, that if I didn't do some work that didn't look like comic books, because I was trying to pass my comic book work that I was doing for Will off in Marvin's class, because what I was doing was I was doing black and white line, pen and ink, and then I was hand painting it with watercolor. So I was modeling it, and it was looking very three-dimensional. And this is back in 1983. long before a certain Alex Joss or whatever his name is got into the industry. I don't know. I can't remember his name. Anyway,
Alex Ross.
toss salad. I don't know. So I was doing that, and Will saw it and loved it. So, but Marvin, my illustration teacher, did not. So I started doing paintings, just no black and white line. He told me, don't use the ink, just paint. So I did 4 pieces, and he was like, oh my God, I could get you a rep today to rep your work and get your work as an illustrator. So I was like, okay, sure, whatever. I met my fiance at the time in Penn Station. We used to meet. She came from Smithtown. I came from Hicksville. We used to meet, and we'd walk to school. And one day she was supposed to have her portfolio. She didn't. She forgot her portfolio at home, and she was supposed to show her artwork to our dean, the head of the illustration department, Marshall Arrisman, another great painter, another amazing painter. He did the Playboy stuff that featured the death, well, I should say the execution of Gary Gilmore. Okay, so some pretty cool stuff. Google his name, guys, if you want to see some really cool stuff. Marshall Arrisman. Anyway, so I said to Aaron, I said, hey, would you mind if I showed Marshall my 2 portfolios and get his opinion? So I showed him my comic book stuff, I showed him my illustration stuff, and he loved the illustration stuff. He was like, you can go pro right now. And I'm like, okay. I was going to go work for Will. I didn't care. A couple of days later, I get a phone call from a guy who says he's the art director at United Artists Movies.
Ooh.
Saying he got my name from Marshall Arrisman, and that he was running a cattle call. And that means they were getting a bunch of portfolios in to take a look at, because they wanted to use a student because they ran out of their budget for movie posters.
Yeah.
So I was like, sure, okay, I'll come in, I'll drop my portfolio off. I only had 4 pieces. I told him that. And he said, just drop it off. Okay, so I dropped my portfolio off. 2 days later, I get a call from Sam Irvin. He was the art director at United Artists, saying, hey, Mark, you got the job. And I'm like, what? I only have 4 pieces in my book. And he goes, yeah, but they were the best 4 pieces of all the portfolio.
Wow.
I was like, okay, cool. I said, what do I do? And he goes, come in. We're going to run a screening for you, private screening of the movie. So I did. I went in. I told Will. Will is like, Mark, if they want you in advertising, he goes, I can't pay you that kind of money. Go. So that's how I got into advertising. Doing
What was the movie, sir?
it was amazing. I got to be honest with you. To get, to get a job like that right off the bat, and then I got other stuff. But I always, to get back to your question, Cliff, I always collected comics. I was really big into collecting. And when I started making some good money in the 90s, I started buying Golden Age comics, because I found a shop right around the corner from my house, pretty much, that was selling Golden Age comics. And I bought a whole crap load. I bought like 50. Some Superman, some action, some Captain Marvel Jr. It was just, I just loved comics that much. And I'm glad I did, because they were a great investment. So getting back to your question, always loved comics, never gave up on them. And then after 9/11, advertising tanked. Nobody was hiring. I lost 2 large accounts. They were paying me between $15,000 and $20,000 a year each to do work for them. So I called up Will. I always stayed in touch with Will over the years, because he was just such a nice guy, great influence, very friendly. Actually hung pictures of my kids when they were babies up on his refrigerator, he and his wife Ann. He was just a really nice guy. So I called him up. I said, hey, Will, I'm in some trouble. I lost a couple of major accounts. I'm thinking about getting back into comics. He goes, come on in. I'll show you, I'll introduce you. I'll show you around. We'll talk, So I met him in San Diego. And that's how I got back into comics. And going back to Tucci. Billy Tucci. I met him. This is a funny story. I met him through my accountant. After 9/11, it was like February. My accountant calls me up. He goes, Mark, you getting your taxes ready? I said, yeah, Ray. He goes, was it a good year? I said, yeah, it was a good year up until 9/11. I said, I think I'm getting out of illustration, and I think I'm going to try and break into comics. And he goes, oh, really? Comics? He goes, oh, I have a client. He lives out in Bayport. Maybe you heard of him. His name is Billy Tucci. I go, Tucci? I thought he was one of those California guys, but he lived out on Long Island. And he goes, yeah, I could set you up with him. I'm like, all right. So, I knew Billy's work from She, obviously. I called him up. I spoke to his wife, Deb, and Deb said, oh, he's really busy right now. She goes, but, we'll be in Baltimore. If you want to stop by and see us in Baltimore. I'm thinking, shit, I got to go all the way to Baltimore to meet him. I said, okay.
Yeah.
So 2 days before we're going to Baltimore, I decided to do a sample piece for Billy. He doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. He, my accountant is his accountant. He's setting us up. So I do a She piece, and I go up to his booth in Baltimore, and it's just insane. I can't get anywhere near him. I'm like, hey, Deb, I'm Mark. We spoke on the phone. She goes, oh, yeah, Billy's really busy. I go, yeah, I can see that. Thank God. And she goes, come back later. So that was Friday. So I come back Saturday. He's busy. Too busy. So I'm like, what the hell? I came all the way to Baltimore to meet this guy. So Sunday comes back.
Hasn't changed.
Yeah, no, it hasn't. Sunday comes back around, and I'm like, well, shit, I got to show this guy the painting I did at least. So I'm standing like 3 people back from him because his booth is loaded. And I just pull up the painting and I go, hey, Billy, I'm Mark. Ray's our accountant. And I hold up the painting, and he goes, oh, shit. He goes, excuse me, I got to talk to this guy. So, he pushed his way through. We started talking, and, I started doing a bunch of work with Billy. And Billy is a great guy. I love him. He's the kid brother I never wanted. We just hit it off immediately, We both have a crappy sense of humor that, we love to tease people with and all that kind of stuff. So, it was a great entrance between Will and then Billy. Also, Rags Morales helped a bit too. I'm sure some of you guys out there know who Rags is.
Rags, yeah, I just saw him in Canada.
Did you really? I haven't seen Rags in like 5-6 years, 7 years.
I haven't seen him in ages, and then I see him and Arthur Sudam at Ottawa Comic Con. And I was like, oh, and it just so happened I went last year and they weren't there. And then this year I mentioned like, oh, it's so nice you guys are here. And they're like, well, actually, we're normally here. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. I haven't seen Rags in a while, Cliff. Is he living up in Canada, for God's sake?
No, he came for Ottawa Comic Con. They're very good to their guests. So they make sure that you've got the hotel and everything.
I'll have to talk to my reps. I'll have to talk to my reps about setting that up.
Yeah, I think the first year they try to do everything on the low, and like the based on the feedback they got, they're like, okay, we'll put everyone in a normal hotel. But Arthur's like, yeah, I'm normally here, and I'm like, this is funny, and I was like, and I hadn't seen Arthur since maybe the last time I saw you, so my cousin is there. My cousin's getting all the zombie stuff signed by him. And I'm like, oh man, Arthur, I'm like, I don't even know if you remember me. I was like, but I'm like, when I used to see you, it was just the huge banner, the line around the table for Marvel Zombies. And he was like, it was the best paying gig ever.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
It was, but it was so good to see Rags Morales.
Well, if you go to Ottawa, just make sure that there's not a hurricane going on as well, right? So you get stuck somewhere.
So true.
Did that happen in Baltimore?
Tell him the story. I only heard part of it.
We had bad weather coming in, and they delayed my flight like 6 hours, so it was a mess. But I got there eventually, and then going home wasn't much better. I only got delayed an hour, so it wasn't too bad. But can you guys hear my dog barking?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody out there. Okay.
Phil.
Who's got the next question?
Phil's up.
And
Phil's
did
up
that
next.
answer your question in full, Cliff? About.
Wait, I need a follow-up. United Artists. What movie was it?
Oh. Okay, everybody can look it up. It's my first pro job. It's called The Draftsman's Contract. All right, and draftsman is spelt really fucked up. Oh, can I say that on air?
You're good. We slip a couple of those in there. Sam always yells at us.
1982. Oh, I see Mask. I see boobage. I see everything.
Phil, you're up.
I think we all kind of probably grew up like reading comics and stuff. So what were like, growing up as a kid, like what were some of your favorite comics and heroes?
Okay. I liked Batman. I was very much inspired by both Marshall Rogers and Michael Golden. I loved John Byrne's X-Men. I loved Buscema's Silver Surfer. There was one Incredible Hulk king-size annual #1 by Jim Steranko and Marie Severin. And I say Jim Steranko and Marie Severin because Marie actually redid the Hulk's face on the cover because they didn't like the way Jim drew it. And again, Jim is a friend of mine. He's really cool. I love him. But yeah, it's a Marie Severin head on Jim Steranko's Hulk body on, I think it's king size annual #1, Hulk king size annual #1. I think it's from like 1968. It's one of my favorite comics because it's 64 pages of the Hulk fighting the Inhumans. It's awesome. I love my Golden Age comics. I didn't get those till I was older. I liked Adam Warlock tremendously. I loved Jim Starlin's art because when I was, kind of really getting into gear with my love of comics, Starlin was doing Warlock and Captain Marvel, and it was just awesome stuff. And I could see why Marvel gave him the rights to his characters to keep him, because if DC lured him away, we wouldn't have Warlock, we wouldn't have Thanos, Gamora, we wouldn't have any of that stuff.
Or they all be DC characters. Ooh.
Yeah, think about that.
What did you think of the
got a lot of
Guardians?
Thanos versus Darkseid.
What
Right?
did you think of the Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
Yeah, right.
I haven't seen 3 yet, but #1 is one of my favorite all-time movies. It's right up there with Citizen Kane, Back to the Future, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I bounce all over the place. I love, you ready? I know this is cheesy, but I love it. I love Christmas Story.
Oh,
Okay.
It's a Wonderful
classic
Life.
movie.
shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah. I love It's a Wonderful Life. I'm all over the place with my movies, but
Excellent.
yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, great soundtrack, great acting, great jokes, great action, everything.
Excellent.
So.
Excellent. Green shirt guy, you're up.
Wait, hang on one sec.
That's what for me. That's one. If you're scrolling through.
Reynaldo, hang on one sec. I see John Thimble sent they have made many homages to Hulk Annual #1. Yeah, absolutely. It's one of my favorite comic books, and I can definitely understand why. I might have to do it myself. Maybe with Tom Tom. Might have to do it. The more I think about it, why not?
Yeah.
I would definitely put SPARACIO after Steranko. I would definitely put it on the cover.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh,
That would be controversial.
Yeah. Now, did any of you guys out there, any of our hosts or any of the guys out there ever get Jim Steranko's History of the Comics? Do you guys know what that is?
No, was that a book? Because I've listened to his what do you call it? I don't even know what you call it. I've listened to his self-introduction on many occasions.
Yeah. Jim wrote back in the mid-70s, he wrote The History of Comics. It was 2 oversized, the books were like this big, oversized, okay, kind of like the Marvel Treasury editions before there were Marvel Treasury editions. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, yep.
So Jim, Google it, you'll see. He wrote 2 books, History of the Comics. They're amazing. Okay, they are a wonderful history of comics from the golden age through the present at that time, which was probably the mid 70s. But mostly he focused on gold and silver, you know, and it was great stuff. And I'll never forget, one night me and Billy get into Motor City Comic Con, which, by the way, hey guys out there, if any of you are going to Motor City Comic Con in November, I'll be there. And I did the cover for the program guide. Okay, so check it out. Me and Billy, we got in late to Motor City one year. It was like 10 o'clock at night. Oh, yeah, and there's the program guide to Baltimore Comic Con. Yep.
Baltimore.
So,
and you did this too.
and the, right, the badge. So me and Billy got in real late, and you know, we were starving. We got delayed. You know, it's you know, it sucked. The flight sucked, but we got in late. We were having dinner, and who comes in? Jim Steranko and his agent. And you know, Billy, I didn't know Jim at that point. Billy invites him over, and I'm like, oh my God, it's Jim Steranko. You know, I'm geeking out. And sure enough, we got to talking, and you know, I started talking to him about history of comics, and I started talking to him about magic and all that stuff, all the stuff I knew he was into. So it was just a great conversation. And then ever since then, every show I see him at, you know, we hang out and talk for a while. It's just really cool to get to meet these guys who I idolized as a kid, who inspired me to get to where I'm at, and meet them and be on the same level with them. It really is. It's very cool. I got tons of stories like that, but it really is. I still geek out over meeting, you know, Jim, Neil Adams. Neil was another guy. I mean, I got stories about him as well.
I got to meet Neil Adams at one of those cons in the city, like a long time ago. He had the convention sketchbooks that he was selling at the time, so I picked that up and had him sign it. Yeah.
No,
I got to meet his son. I went to Neil Adams' Krusty Bunkers when I went out to California.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
My buddy Mark Texera started out working for Neil at Continuity. Yeah, he was an SVA guy too. That unfortunately Mark dropped out. He had a full ride, and you know, I love Mark, and he knows. I was just so disappointed to, you know, because I saw him at school, but I didn't know who he was. You know, we got in school at the same time. And, you know, I saw him and then I didn't see him anymore. And then later on, I caught up with him at the show at the Bad Apple. I mean, the Big Apple. And, you know, we started talking, comparing notes. And I was like, you went to School of Visual Arts. I remember you. And he goes, yeah, I was only there for like a year and a half. I dropped out. And, you know, he's super talented. And, you know, I was just so disappointed, because he never got to meet Will. He never got to experience his class. And he was just amazing, you know? So, all right, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Green shirt guy, you got the last question.
No, you good.
Yes.
You
good? So Sam kind of stole mine, so I'm going to have to come up with another one. So you said, you know, if you're an artist, just keep going. So that's, I always tell my stuff. These guys know I'm the art guy in the room usually. How big a role do you think social media and that kind of thing plays into today's market? Like, how much is that important to get your name out?
That's a great question. And honestly, I tell my students this all the time. It's true. You got to put your stuff up on social media, because in my day, it was a thing called Showcase or the Black Book, where we had to pay tremendous amounts of money to advertise our work in these books that would go to art directors in graphic design companies, ad agencies, book companies, magazine companies, wherever there was an art director. And I paid like $3,000 for a single page to put my artwork on. I put like 4, maybe 5 pieces on to show what I could do. Now, again, I was very lucky. My stuff sold. I was, you know, I was blessed that art directors would see my work and go, hey, I want to use this guy. I like what he does. So You know what? I can pull out a page, I think. Give me a second.
Sure.
I just spilled my beer. Oh, I just spilled my beer.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
while he's looking for
foul.
that,
Yes.
Cliff,
Okay.
let's do a spin for a duck.
Let's do it.
There you go.
All right, guys. We got a lot of hashtag SPARACIOs. We're gonna get a little duck action in right here.
16.
Ready?
Wow.
16,
16 entries.
all right?
All right.
3,
Drum
2,
roll.
1.
Look at all those names.
wow.
Look at
There
them
it
all. Go,
goes,
go,
there
go.
goes. Who will it be? Who will it be? Canadian survivalists! Congratulations!
I didn't win.
Not on this
Sorry, my
round,
friend.
no. But congratulations to Canadian survivalists for getting a duck. We're gonna do one more duck at the end of the show. Cliff, throw up another hashtag. What should the hashtag be this time?
Witch Hunter, right? Hashtag Witch Hunter.
Witch
Witch hunter
Witch
or,
hammer. Witch hammer.
hammer.
Bombshell.
Witch hammer.
Which
Bombshell.
something or other.
Witch hammer
Oh, yeah.
because it's coming out this week.
Uh-oh.
And you have to tell me where you figured out how to do this because I looked all over for this hashtag thing in here and I couldn't find it anywhere.
You mean steamyard.com/giveaway?
Is it a different website?
It's the same
Pay
website,
no
just
attention to the man
/giveaway.
All right, you have to show me after the
Behind the
show.
curtain.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. All right, so this is the new hashtag, guys. You got to do hashtag witch hammer in the comments, and then we'll do a drawing at the end of the show. We're gonna go.
Look,
over
they're
this
coming
last
in
question.
already. We got 2
Yep.
already.
We're gonna do this last question with Green Shirt Guy and Mark, and then we're gonna speed through the rest of the show. All right. Hashtag witch hammer. Get it in there. Get it in there.
We've
All right.
been on almost an hour already.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's
Okay.
good though.
You ready?
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
All right. Look, here is a sample page from one of the books that I took out. That's all my artwork. That's my advertising. And I was very lucky. Oh, here, check out the Terminator piece. That helped me get
Nice.
that
United
draft
Artists?
contract because
Wow.
they saw I could do likenesses. They liked what I did, and that was a big help right there. So yeah, that's just a couple of the pieces. And these were, what year is this from? This one is from 1989. So we're talking what?
Is that thumbs
Yes.
up, thumbs down a Siskel and Ebert
That was
thing,
a
or is
cover.
that just to
It
do?
was a cover for a magazine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the Foster's piece, that got me a ton of work. Well, it's not really Foster's. It was Big Barrel Beer. That got me a ton of work with Coke, Jack Daniels. No, Jack Daniels was earlier. Coke, Campbell's Soup, a whole bunch of, because they could see I could do lettering that went around the object. So, I just got really lucky.
Excellent.
So at least, okay. So where were we on that? Did I answer that question?
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Let's move on. What do you say?
All
Ben?
right. All righty then. Thank you for answering all our lovely questions there, Mark. We totally
yeah.
appreciate it.
No, great questions. They were all great questions.
Now, we're going to get into what everybody's waiting around for. It's time for the new keys of the week. All right. New keys. Boom. Oh, we got to get this out of here. Hold on. I got you. I got you. All right. Let's start off. New keys. First up, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures Halloween Special #1. This will cost you $7.
It's a non-key. There's a $20 cover available at New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
I think people are more interested in that. Pass.
You
And
were
I'm gonna-
big on this. Now you're passing?
No, I am big on it, but
yourself,
people-
yes, dude.
I was gonna say it's a non-key, and I'm disgusted with the non-keys. But also, the only one people are interested in is the New York Comic Con $20 variant. So pass.
All right, next up, Batman and Robin #2. This will cost you $5. This is the first full appearance.
First appearance of Shush.
a female reminiscent of Hush. I'll be
She's
picking
got
this
there's
up.
a 1 in 50 variant of hers, or 1 in 25, I think. That's just her on the cover. I think people really want that. And that's probably more key. But again, it's a first appearance, so woo.
Yeah, I'll be getting that as well.
I'm just annoyed that DC seems to raise the price on all the books they know are going to sell.
Yep. There's no reason
I'm
why
annoyed
it
that
should
she
be
seems so unoriginal.
in the age of unoriginality. Next up, Batman City of Madness #1, 3-issue limited series described as a story of cosmic horror.
Yeah, it's quite Cthulhu-esque.
I'm gonna probably get Batman for this.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm
a
little bit like Joey in that
It's the first
aspect.
appearance of Batman
You know what
Below.
format that is? Is that
Yeah, is that like one of the
Batman
bigger, thicker, like
It looks like it's a bigger book.
that's what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
Looks like
Looks like it might be a
book.
big
First
book.
appearance. Key. All right, next up, Green Lantern #4. This will cost you $5. It's the first appearance of Sinsun, a son of Sinestro, an enemy of the Super Sons.
There's also a 1 in 25 where Sin Sun is on the cover. And Sin Sun is gonna get a series, The Sinister Sons, and I guess it will pit them against John Kent and Damian Wayne.
Very interesting. All right.
Nah.
Next
I
up,
love
Justice Society of America #7. This will cost you $4. Possible first team appearance of Justice Society Dark, who are mentioned in the solicitations for issue #8.
Fascinating, and I already am buying it, so I'm down.
It's a pretty cool cover.
Oh, every cover's been great.
I've been enjoying that run. It's been it's a slow burn, but yeah, it's good. So I'm probably gonna get Justice.
Well, they're not releasing on time, and that I think is hurting the story. I've always complained that hurts the story, But like at least when we do get the issue, I don't feel lost. So I will give it that.
What like
it is kind of weird that they
Doomsday
just released like the first 3 issues collected.
They did that on purpose because there was enough people complaining about feeling disconnected and like they didn't even understand where the story came from. So that was the motivation to do those reprints.
like Doomsday Clock?
Exactly like Doomsday Clock. But you know what? If we're really gonna get down and dirty, because Doomsday Clock was a tremendous disappointment for me, and the delays was a big deal about that. I'm glad they did these reprints to bring people back into the fold and get people on track. It's not something they did with Doomsday Clock, so it was a good move, even though all these moves make them money technically, right? But it was a good move to get people on board.
Money, money, money. Next up, Wesley Dodds, the Sandman #1. Limited series in DC's Golden Age Hero Revival. First appearance of a villain in possession of Sandman's deadly gases.
Sandman Mystery Theater.
Yep, I'm down for it. And Mark probably has his first appearance in his collection somewhere.
I might.
Yeah, good.
Next up, World's Finest Teen Titans #4. This will cost you $4. Possible first team appearance of the Anti-Titans.
I could see it.
Sing like a bee.
Know. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man #35. This costs you $5. Beginning of a 24-issue story arc. Beginning. Oh, Peter Parker will transform into a goblin-inspired villain. He's already
a
turned
one-year
into
arc.
He's already turned into
year.
And
no. So, like, 2 of Spider-Man's villains have now made a pact in the last issue to go after Peter Parker and put an end to this. But apparently, this is where he will officially make a turn and become some kind of goblin villain. And I guess the next the next year of story for Spider-Man, because
24 issues.
Every 2 weeks is the new Amazing Spider-Man. It'll be done in a year. So the next year of Amazing Spider-Man will be dedicated to taking down, Peter Parker.
But like the last 20 year of Spider-Man was like
but the price is still going to be bucks.
Whatever, everything's the same. The point is, I'm actually engaged in the story, and if we're gonna get a saga of Peter's enemies teaming up to take him down, and coincidentally, the superior Spider-Man is making a return too, I'm interested
in that one.
I think we're gonna get Spidey's like allies and enemies joining forces to like stop him because they're like, oh my god, he's worse than any of us ever were.
And I was gonna say, is this really like the beginning of this arc? Because I want to say like this arc's kind of been going on.
It's already been going on, so you might as well call it a 32 issue story arc.
This is the official leap. He will take on a new identity, go completely crazy. So this is the moment.
Spider Goblin.
Something like that, probably.
There we go. Next up, Catwolf and the Howling Commandos, #1. 4-issue limited series inspired by Captain America, number 405.
Yeah, see, this I didn't need to revisit. Like I didn't need this.
It's Halloween.
No, I get it, but like I'm not interested.
I am not either.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up, Spider-Man India #5. This will cost you $4. Debut of new Spider-Man India suit.
I bet you it's the movie. It's the movie outfit.
It's gotta be.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
And by the way, you know what the cover is, right? Remember in Spider-Man 2 when everybody on the train grabbed him?
Yeah.
And lifted him through the train? This is an homage to
that. Got you. Next up, now I'm interested in this. Superior Spider-Man returns #1. First appearance of a female villain with all the power of a living star.
Now, how does Spider-Man fight that?
Spider-Man series, huh?
How does Spider-Man fight the power of a living star? Like,
wait a minute.
When you see that sounds like, Quasar or Captain Marvel should be fighting that.
Is this going to be happening during the same time as the Amazing Spider-Man?
Yes.
So who is Superior Spider-Man then?
We're gonna find out.
Uncanny Spider-Man.
We know he wants to do it. By the way, what do you want to bet that he actually uses one of the Peter clones to be Superior Spider-Man? That's my theory. That's my theory.
Maybe he takes what's his face out of
Limbo?
Yeah. Could be a possible thing. All right, next up.
Or made his own Peter clone that he didn't tell anybody about?
That sounds just like Otto Octavius.
It sounds exactly like Octavius.
Venom #26. This is the first full appearance of Black Widow as a widow bonded to her symbiote.
Yep.
I just went and watched Comics Explains Death of the Venomverse.
Yes.
Carnage is going bananas right now.
Yes. Carnage
is bananas right now. That's all I can say. He's become the King in Black. He's about to fight Eddie King Black. It's just crazy. There's your picture. That's a pretty dope outfit. I like that. Yeah. That's pretty dope.
Well, we already got the cover reveal a few issues ago, and that was a big deal.
Yeah.
But this is the first I get the outfits.
That looked like some cheap cinnamon domination.
We got some variants here. We got the 1 in 25. That's all right. Yeah. We got the regular variant. I don't know who that's by. Another regular variant, the zombie Venom.
I like that one.
We have poolside Venom. Is that Scotty Young?
No.
It looks like a Scotty Young. No, it's not.
But not quite.
Not quite. And then we have the exclusive.
This will be the one.
Ivan Tao.
Oh.
It's limited to 400 copies, so none of us are getting it. Get it out of your mind.
It's not $4.
Oh, wait a minute. This was limited to 800. You're still not getting it. Get it out of your mind. Jeez.
Let's see. Mutant Beaver Comics is offering it.
Oh, look at Cliff trying to be the one to get it.
You
can get Wheelchair Superhero.
You can get
Thanks
the
for joining us.
You could get the trade. You could get it with the trade. You can get the set with the trade and the regular $53 from Mutant Beaver Comics.
$53.
That's a great name.
Geeked Out Comics. It looks like they're also offering a duo. They're also offering a duo for $500. So yeah, for something that's allegedly only limited to 800 and 400, 616 Comics is also offering the duo copies for $50. So yeah, more like it's a limited to 500 per store that pays
per store.
Yeah.
Next up, we have American Psycho #1. This 4-issue series serves as the sequel and introduces an all-new social media obsessed psychopath. Huh. That was a wild movie.
Yeah. They're very by the way, they're very proud. They have an American Psycho movie variant where it's like the scene with him with this where he's in the the
With
plastic
the- yeah.
outfits. So
Mhm.
that's one of the variants. That one's being talked about a lot.
Interesting. Next up, Crash Down #1. Humanity struggled to survive on a new hostile planet. Written by Comic Tom 101 and Fire Guy Ryan.
Wow.
Those of you that know about Comic Tom, he has a nice little channel, good little show. They started a comic book, and this is issue #1. It's from Whatnot Publishing. I think I might get it just to support, fellow Puerto Rican. Gotta help him out. John Fimmel says my friend Michael Calero wrote this. Okay. What are you talking about? Psycho, or are you talking about Crash Down, John?
Scroll up to Psycho.
Let me see. Yep, he's talking about Psycho. We know people. Look at that, degrees of separation.
I may have to throw another #1 on my list.
All right, so those are the new keys for this week. For you guys out there, leave in the comments below. What are you gonna get? What are you not gonna get? Let us know. I mean, why Witchhammer is not on this, I don't know, Key Collector. But you better get your ish right. You better get your ish right out there, Key Collector. All right, next up, cover price top 10. Do you guys got any of these books? Here we go. At #10, we have Birds of Prey.
3 of those books.
#2, the Otto Schmidt 1 in 50, coming in at #10. Wolverine #36 coming in at #9. The Stegman regular variant. Oh, why did I not listen to Joey when he said to buy
It's been
this?
blowing up like the last.
Joey,
Oh my god!
never tells you to buy something.
I know, right? #8, we have Batman #609, the part of the
Part
Hush
2 of Hush.
storyline. This
Why
is
is
drawn
Part
by
2
Jim
important?
Lee. This is the
That's,
first appearance of Hush.
Oh, okay.
Yes, first appearance of Hush.
This
No,
bitch, what,
That's the
608?
issue where he goes to Metropolis. It's a dope
No,
story.
actually, this is the first appearance of Tommy Elliott.
Thomas Elliott. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I think it's 608.
608 is
No,
Thomas Elliott.
608.
This one I think is Hush.
Okay.
#7, we have Transformers #1. Great #1, by the way. Oh my god. What a phenomenal #1 from Skybound. I am
Yo.
sucked in.
There.
And by the way, the fact that this cover that I find hideous is what's on the top 10 is like shocking to me, because it really, for a 1 in 100 and foil or whatever it's supposed to be, like I just did not find it visually stunning at all.
It kind of gives like a spoiler of what it is with Bumblebee.
Which is
dead.
fine, but it doesn't. It's like I do not see longevity.
And
to this
Transformers
cover.
#1 is very adult, like Anthony said. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I was surprised how adult it was. Like,
Oh yeah,
spoiler.
it went there.
Spoiler, the last panel was Starscream grabbing a human being and squishing him and going, "Oh, you're kind of fragile." Squish. And I was like, "Oh, that's how we're ending this?" Crazy. Issue #6, we have Department of Truth #1. This is the
Value.
regular cover. The reason why this is blowing up is because Tinian said that now that the writer's strike is over, he has begun writing the TV series for this. So it was already optioned, and now he's writing the episodes for a TV show of the Department of Truth, which is a great book, by the way. If you have not read Department of Truth, great book on how conspiracy theories are coming to life for real. At #5, we have the Capullo Virgin variant, 1 per store. Capullo's back is at Marvel now, doing his best Joe Quesada impersonation. Snarf, snarf, snarf. They don't like it when I make fun of Capullo. They don't like it at all.
I just think the corny snarf thing is not necessary.
Snarf, snarf.
Well, if we can be fair,
She's
tell 'em
back.
we're not
My
allowed to
girl
make
is
fun of
back.
At #4, we have the first appearance of Dazzler, X-Men #130, back on the list, all because of a rumor that Taylor Swift is going to be in Deadpool 3. And honestly,
Listen,
I
at
don't
this
think she
point-
was going to... I don't think she was gonna be in Deadpool 3, but I bet your bottom dollar now she will be in Deadpool.
Yo, if they don't give me Taylor Swift fully Dazzler blowing up a Sentinel, I don't know.
They're gonna give you that. Listen, sorry Ryan Reynolds, sorry Hugh, but you're dumb if you don't put her in the movie now. Because you're guaranteed another 50 to 100 million, because her movie that's coming out about her tour has already got pre-sales of 100 million.
It's gonna be huge. You know, my sister asked if it was gonna be bigger than Barbie, and when she asked that, I said no, because it was like an AMC exclusive. I'm like, it's not gonna play everywhere. It's AMC exclusive. It's already at 100. We're getting like one night at the Galleria, like. And then like they took away that exclusivity, and it blew up. So it had.
Jeez. And Kamaria, shout out to Kamaria. She says, "I want to be Dazzler." I told you, Kamaria would be the best Dazzler out there.
Well, get your Halloween costume together.
Listen, it could still happen for you, Kamaria. It can still happen for you, because if it's Taylor Swift's Dazzler, it's only going to be a cameo, and they're going to want all new characters for their new X-Men when they come out. So it could still happen.
I'm going to date
Kamaria, dress up as Dazzler. Be the inspiration for Ultimate Dazzler.
Go ahead, Mark. Date yourself.
Taylor Swift for Dazzler. They're going to want to keep Taylor Swift for Dazzler.
I'm going to date myself now, guys. I bought Uncanny X-Men off the rack when it first came out.
Really?
Oh, God, yeah. That, the Spawn, and the Dazzler #1.
Oh my goodness!
So yeah, I'm dating myself.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it was fun stuff.
Number 3, we got Cyberpunk 2077. #1. Not sure why this is blowing up. Maybe because of the video game. Maybe there's a show coming out. I'm not too sure. Spawn #1. All you Spawn haters out there, and I'm telling you, this is a classic book right here. It proves itself week after week after week being on the top 10. I don't care if there's 50 million of them out there. Explain to me why it's still #2, still in the top 10 week after week after week after week. Kamaria says Beyonce is also releasing a movie of her Renaissance tour as well, so buckle up for those fandoms.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
And #1, Dazzler #1, her first ongoing series. I always pick this book up because they sell it for like $10-12 everywhere, and everywhere I see it for $10-12, I pick it up because it has one of the best covers, and I just really, 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 really like that book. All right, that's the cover price top 10. Let's jump right into the CBSI Hot 10.
Really funny? That the Dazzler #1 cover feels like something that I think Mark would have done.
I would have loved to have done it. Yeah.
Like I feel like that is like your wheelhouse of art. I feel like you would have like, hell yeah.
I forget who did that cover, but yeah, it was a great cover.
All right, so we got these are the honorable mentions for CBSI Hot 10. First up, Mystery Men Comics #1, CGC 5.5. This is the first Golden Age appearance of the original Blue Beetle. A CGC 5.5 sold for $24,000. And a restored 6.0 sold for $6,600. My goodness. And a 9.0 sold for $41K way back in 2017.
Wow.
Jeez. Spawn number 185, CGC 9.6. Selling at an auction for $17,000. What?
Really?
What? Imagine if it was a 9.8.
For real.
What is going on? Shout out to Spawn.
When did that book come out?
That book came out about, I want to say early 2000s.
All right.
I want to say that late 2000s.
17 grand?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry, McFarlane, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Unless this is super rare.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to their top 10. Amazing Spider-Man number 601. We all know this cover, don't we? Raw prices are up to $200. CGC 9.8's at $575.
Wow.
Shout out to J. Scott Campbell. What was the whole hoopla because people didn't like the way that her elbows were? I was like, is that what you guys are worried about?
It wasn't realistic, and
We're talking
Whatever,
about Spider-Man. What do you mean
let's
not
be clear.
realistic?
No, I was gonna say,
Man,
yeah.
it's a spider.
There's way more people interested in buying the book than there were people complaining about the anatomy.
I get so lost to people
Well,
like
and-
it's not realistic. I'm like, there's no such thing as Spider-Man, right?
Correct.
Jeez.
Correct. Well, and it got more pub because just got clapped back at the people who said something.
Yeah. Next up, there's my boy, Thrawn Mitroto.
I have that
Thrawn
book too.
number 6. These Raws are selling for about 30, while complete sets of 1 through 6 are up about 120. You better get your Thrawn on now. Because he's building up, and we only got a taste of him in Ahsoka, and I guarantee you, what they have in store for this man is gonna blow you away. Next up, Void Rivals number 4. This is the 1 in 25 spoiler variant that has Shockwave on the cover. Selling for about 50 to 60 double ratio. Another 30 copies sold this week. Number 7, Ranger Stranger number 1. About 20 sales, but $5 to $10 sales with $15 so far. I don't remember this book coming out, but
Thanks to Kevin Hart, mind you.
Kevin Hart is producing this as an animated series. Okay, and I bet you he's going to be the voice of whatever little animal it's going to be down there. I bet you. Superman for All Seasons number 1. This is blowing up because James Gunn said that this was one of the books that inspired him for a Superman Legacy movie. 40 sales, mostly near the $5 cover for this. If you can get this book for $5 to $10, you better do it. Better do it. By Jeff Loeb and the incredible Tim Sale. Amazing. Number 5, Department of Truth again. Number 1, 10 to 20 for Raws of this.
I have that. I have both covers. There's 2 covers for this.
I have the John Wilkes Booth. Not John Wilkes. Is it John Wilkes? No. Who's the guy that shot Kennedy? Or they say shot Kennedy?
No, it's Lee Harvey Oswald.
Harvey Oswald. I got that cover.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah, I got that cover. And spoiler alert, Lee Harvey Oswald comes to find out in the book he runs the Department of Truth.
Correct.
And that's shown in the first issue, so it's not like a really, really huge spoiler. Spawn again on another top 10. Spawn number 1, 9/8 going for about $150. Yes. Transformers number 1, the spoiler 1 in 100. These are going for about 125 to 175 range. Very nice.
Big thumbs down from Cliff right here.
Wow. But 2 thumbs up for X-Men 130.
X-Men 130. 9/8s are back up to 2K. 2K for a 9/8. Woo!
For something I paid 40 cents for, or whatever the hell the cover price was.
It's 40 center. Yep.
Yeah,
40 center.
Not bad.
Number 1, we have Birds of Prey. Number 2, the 1 in 50, hitting a high of $275.
I did not see this coming.
Wow.
I usually stay away from the DC variant covers because they're $1 more.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this is the 1 in 50. Like, I had no idea this would take off like it did.
Oh my goodness. All right.
You really never know.
That's the CBSI Hot 10. Do you guys got any of those books? Leave it in the comments below. Now, for everybody's favorite part of the show, this is where we do a speed through of every single comic book that's coming out this Wednesday, New Comic Book Day, October 13th. Mark, what we do, even while I'm just speaking, no matter if you speak over me or not, you just say like it or not like it, or you don't have to say anything at all. All right? So here we go, guys.
Don't like it.
The Amazing Spider-Man, number 35.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Venom, number 26.
Like it.
Wolverine, number 38. I really like that cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
the cover.
X-Men Red, number 16. Green Lantern, number 4. The Avengers, number 6.
No.
Batman and Robin, number 2. World's Finest Teen Titans, number 4. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 7.
Love it.
Superman Lost, number 7. Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow, number 6. House of Slaughter, number 18. One of my favorites right there. House of Slaughter. Blade, number 4. Moon Knight, City of the Dead, number 4. The Superior Spider-Man Returns, number 1.
Love it.
Batman, City of Madness, number 1. Danger Street. This is a Phil and Cliff right here. They love Danger Street. Number 10. The Scorch, number 22. Undiscovered Country, number 26. The Walking Dead Deluxe, number 73. Wesley Dodds, The Sandman, number 1. Fish Flies, number 2. Magneto, number 3. Star Wars Dark Droids, number 3. Yeah, that's one of my favorites right there. The Cull, number 3. Something Epic, number 6. Spider-Man India, number 5. Star Wars The Mandalorian Season 2, number 5. I'm saying yes on this because this is Ahsoka's appearance from Season 2. And there's a lot of great
Don't
coverage.
jump in now.
No, I'm just getting it because of
in
Ahsoka.
now.
It's just because of Ahsoka, that's all. There's a lot of great covers there.
No.
Don't leave Ahsoka alone.
Jumping for Ahsoka, but stay away from Bo-Katan. I see how it is.
Sonic the Hedgehog, number
You're a
60,
flip-flopper is what you are.
65. Damn Them All, number 9. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vs. Street Fighter, number 4. The Hunger and the Dusk, number 3.
Love it.
Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy, number 2. I'm picking that up because I'm a big Lim fan.
Like it.
Creep Show, number 2. Cap Wolf and the Howling Commandos, number 1. Moon Knight vs. Werewolf by Night Marvel Tales, number 1. Kaya, number 12. Captain Marvel Assault on Eden, number 1. Earth Divers, number 11. Knights, number 1. Hunt for the Skinwalker, number 2.
I'm getting.
The Madness, number 3. Army of Darkness Forever, number 1. American Psycho, number 1. Want You to the End, number 5. A Haunted Girl, number 1. Star Signs, number 5. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures Halloween Special, number 1. Firefly, The Fall Guys, number 2. Space Usagi, Yokai Hunter, number 1. I'm picking that up. Love me some Usagi. Star Trek Halloween, number 2. Weird Work, number 4. Midlife, or How to Hero at 50, number 1. Gru in the Wild, number 3. I'm a big Gru fan. Love Gru.
Sergio's a great guy.
Oh, he does some great stuff, man. He does some great stuff. Met Cadets, number 3. Mad, number 34. Operation Sunshine, number 1. Bloodborne, The Bleak Dominion, number 2. Murder Inc. Jagger Rose, number 6. Sonic the Hedgehog Halloween Special, number 1. Project Cryptid, number 2. The Scarlet Couture, The Munich File, number 3. Quest, number 3. Night of the Living Dead, Kin, number 1. From American mythology.
There you go. Look at that.
Look at that. Chilling Adventures presents Welcome to Riverdale, number 1. Destiny Gate, number 1. Garbage Pail Kids Trashing Through Time, number 1. Children of the Comet, number 3. Simon Says, number 1. Darkstalkers, Sing Ko, number 1. Mom Breaks the Internet, number 1. We Wicked Ones, number 5. Signal 29, number 1. By a Thread, number 1. Star Trek
cover.
Day of... Oh, isn't it wonderful? It's coming soon. Isn't it coming? It's wonderful. Star Trek Day of Blood Director's Cut, number 1. Saint Seiya, Knights of the Zodiac Time Odyssey, number 1. Bad Omens Concrete Jungle, number 2. Katrina's Caravan, number 3. Zom Vikings, number 1. By a Thread, number 3. By a Thread, number 2. My Little Ponies Classic Reimagined, The Unicorn of Odd, number 2. Project Reese, number 3. Quicksand, number 3. Rick and Morty presents Freaky Friday, number 1. Be My Villain, number 83. The Traveler's Guide to Flogoria, number 3. Weekly Shonen Jump, number 2716. Comic Book Trivia, number 1. Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics Digest, number 318. Here Comes Calico, number 6. And drumroll, Witch Hammer, number 1 from American Mythology by our good friend Mark, who's right there up top. Fair Square Comics presents Immortal Ascension, number 2. Covenant, number 77. Sharon 13, The Price of Eternity number 1, The Beano number 4207, Poison Pill number 1, and Scarf Comics Halloween Zine. Those are your new Zine, Zune, whatever. Those are your new comics coming out this week. October 13th, Wednesday, new comic book day. What are you guys getting out there in the comments section below? Let us know.
I'm buying all the Mandalorians.
Wow.
Oh, what did Eric say? Eric said what? Somebody buy up all the Mandos before Sam.
That'll be me.
All right.
We'll do it in the Angel's honor.
Excellent. All right. So that's our show for tonight. Wait! We've got to do another ducky thing. Cliff, it's ducky time. All you guys that put hashtag
Witchhammer. Get it in.
Don't do it yet, Cliff. Don't do it yet. We're going to give them a minute or so to get hashtag Witchhammer in there. We want to thank Mark for coming on the show.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. In fact,
it was a pleasure.
Here's another Witchhammer cover.
Nice.
So hopefully that wets your whistle.
I like that. That's very cool.
Thank you.
You guys can go to americamythology.net. We have it in the comments section. And you can pick up a lot of Mark's stuff.
Another bombshell.
Great stuff. Very nice.
Beautiful.
I'm having so much trouble with the. Wait, this one.
It's all good.
I love it. Rob, there's still time for you to do the hashtag Witchhammer.
He's done it already. Larry did it. All right, another 30 seconds. Mark, again, thank you for joining us.
Hey guys, thank you for having me. Really, it was a lot of fun. Also, I saw Ryan Riley's comment about the Sarah Connor looking photorealistic, and that's what I was shooting for at that time. I still am. So
I think you carry like a really cool line between the two, but when you go all in, you go completely all in photorealistic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I keep this piece around all the time, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, that was an Overstreet cover from quite a few years back.
Yes, I love it.
I think you were like 10 or 11, Cliff.
No, Benny probably was.
Oh, get it in, Larry.
Larry, write it again, or it's not going to pick you up. You got to write it again, Larry. I'll give you another 15 seconds to write it again.
You can do it, Larry. You can do it.
You can do it.
I'm counting the seconds.
Come on. Come on, Larry. Larry. All right, 10, 9.
Oh, no. Pressure's on.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let it spin. Who will win today? Phil Ailing has won a duck.
All right.
Phil Ailing joins Canadian Survivalist for getting ducks today. You guys are entered. Oh, Larry just put it in. Oh, Larry, I'm so sorry. That's all right. Larry's a regular.
By the way, happy Thanksgiving, Canadians, by the way.
Yes, indeed.
Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Yes, very much.
From 2 Puerto Rican Canadians.
That's right.
Yeah, he just missed it. But Larry's a regular. He'll get in there next week, and he'll get one in there. All right. So that's our show for today. Remember, with the contest that we're doing, guys, you're collecting ducks. So at the end of the month, we'll do a duck race to see who wins those big prizes. Once again,
we got 23 Munch, Rob's Fat Stacks of Comics, Canadian Survivalist, and Phil Ailing. That's 4 of you in this for this duck race so far.
Excellent. I think we got a couple more weeks of duck races. So
we have 3 more weeks because we do this on the 30th. So 2 more entries on the 16th, 2 more entries on the 23rd,
and
1 more entry on the 30th, and then we do the race.
Yes, we do the race at the end of that show.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. I know I've said it a million times. Thank you again for coming on.
Thank you,
We'd love
guys.
to have you on again.
I had a lot of fun.
Excellent.
Anytime you want me on, you know
Anytime you
how
want.
to contact me. It was
Hey, I'm sorry. The homework for those of you on the rewatch. Comment on this video, and it has to be the name of the film that Mark first worked on for United Artists. Good luck finding that in the
I'll give it. It's toward the end of us talking to Mark, so I'll give you that little time period. Kamara, this is a great show, guys. Thank you. This was an excellent show. A lot of people came on to show Mark love, and we thank all of you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you everybody for signing on. Really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys.
You are very, very welcome. All right, so that's our show. Remember to come back next Sunday at 5 p.m. for the film and box office news, where the homework is Phil's pick, the movie Christine. You got to watch the movie Christine so you can talk about it next Sunday at 5 p.m. Then we'll be back again here at 8 p.m. for new keys and hot comics of the week. Remember, tomorrow's Tuesday, where we do all our filming at the comic book shop at Alternaverse. We'll be there between 4 and like 7:30 p.m. If you want to come down and do a cameo and be a part of the show, come on down. We film our skits. We film our new comic book day. Come on down and join us.
Vote for us.
And vote for us. Phil or Cliff, please put that also in the comments section, the Google Doc. We have been nominated for the 2023 Comic Book Community Awards that's being thrown by Brian LCS. We have been nominated for the Best Comedic Content Creator. If you go click that link, it'll bring you to the Google Doc. Go down, find Best Comedic Content Creator, and vote for us, the Council of Comics. But we'd also like you to vote for Empire Comics, is our good friend that passed away. They are nominated for Best Spec Channel, and they are also having that award named after them. So we would like them to also win that and get that going. So click that and then go. All right. So thank you guys for watching. For myself, for Cliff, for Phil, for Green Shirt Guy, and Mark SPARACIO, we love you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Thank you, guys.